help us out with our big objective today of spreading the word. Let's see who pops on and where they're watching from as we do this live out here in the snow and the freezing.
So we're just waiting on YouTube's to generate and pop up. If you're watching this, can you give us a thumbs up or just let us know that's coming through?
Yep, we're out here in Washington, D.C., and we have a couple of updates, and we would actually like to request your help with something super important, because it's been a great experience while we've been out here, and we've learned some things, right, Leonard?
That's right. So if you're watching this and YouTubes are fired up, can you give us a comment that you can hear us? Nikos, okay, Nikos gave us the American flag. Thank you, Nikos. Nice. Okay, so we know at least we are.
You can hear
activated.
us.
Can you hear us, Nikos? Okay. Hello, Michelle. Thank you, Michelle.
Thank you. You guys are now officially part of our crew. You're giving
us
a sound check.
Yes, we hear you, Willow Beast. Thank you, Willow Beast.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
So we're here with Seavine News. We're going live. We're in Washington, D.C. I'm Valley Hart.
And I'm Leonard Bacani. We're still in Washington, D.C. It's still cold out, but the sun did come out today. We just want to apologize for those who were expecting our live last night. We fully intended on going live. However, we received breaking news that President Trump had signed an executive order to immediately release the J6 prisoners. So what we did, we jumped in a cab really quick and flew over to the jail, the detention facility at the Southwest detention facility in Washington, D.C. to hopefully get a glimpse of the prisoners coming out. Now, some of the congressmen from the Freedom Caucus had already been there.
Lauren Boebert had been there.
We came out. There was a few that were released, but our understanding is that there are still 6 prisoners.
More than that. An undisclosed number. Last night there were 22, and we don't exactly know how many have been released, but some of you may have seen, we went live last night. We interviewed several J6 prisoners who had been released, and we also interviewed Jake Lang, and we were not live for that, but we put a little video clip up of Jake's inspiring remarks. And so what we would like to ask you to do is, if you have an X account, we would like for you to go onto your X account and look at Linda Forsyth.
Linda for Seavine, the number 4 and then Seavine.
Yep, and it's under Linda Forsyth. That will be in dark print. And if you can watch that little 59-second clip, that video is great of Jake Lang when he got out last night. But he said, there's good news and bad news. Some of us were released, and that's positive after 4 years. Many of them had not been charged with anything. And so there are 2 theories about why they are not obeying President Trump's executive order that was given out on Monday and clearly stated that the prisoners were, all the nonviolent prisoners were to be released immediately, like Monday.
Right. And there were 6 that were, they didn't get full pardons, they got commuted. That means basically the time that they spent in jail, 4 years was enough. And so he commuted those guys. The problem is you have a swampy Washington, D.C. judge who is taking it upon himself to make things difficult, to extend the process even more, just because of this communal versus pardon. So it's a travesty. This judge is a militant judge who is defying the president's executive order.
So what we would like to ask you to do is consider this. We don't know exactly how many prisoners are still in the jail that were commanded by the commander-in-chief to be released, but we know there are many in there. And we know their families have been out in this snow, freezing, and waiting pretty much nonstop since Monday afternoon. And there are 2 reasons they could still be in there. Number 1, and likely, is that they were never charged with anything. And so now they're in a quandary about how to release them, because this is actually a breach of government protocol to never charge someone with something, not have them go through due process and be in there for 4 years. And so they're not sure how to handle the paperwork. And there's a lot of ambiguity about it. Or
Right.
number two, we heard off the record last night from several prisoners who were released that they believe the ones that are currently being detained may have injuries from people, authorities inside the prison. Again, this is alleged. They may have cuts, bruises, injuries that the prison authorities would like to stall on and let as much time pass as possible before they're released, so that they could not be chronicled and so that they could heal a little bit more before they let them out.
In other words, they would rather be fired for insubordination than be indicted for abuse under the color of authority.
Yes.
Which is extreme. I mean, they'll be spending much time in prison if they're convicted of that.
So, Patriots, we need you to peacefully raise your voices. And sorry if we can't talk very good, but our lips are frozen sometimes out here in our hands.
Yes.
But
My
we need
hands
you
are
to
shaking.
peacefully raise your voices. If you can go to the X post on my account, it's on Valley Don Hart, it's on Leonard Bacani, and it's on Linda Forsyth. And if you could please like it, comment on it, tag anyone you think might be able to help, a congressman, anyone you know that has a large following, and share it. We're trying to build momentum
Right,
to
to get the
share
news
Jake
out.
Lang's message from last night that we will not forget our colleagues that are still in there. Those were his words.
Right. Also, you know, we have a YouTube page. It's a Seavine News Network. Seavine News Network on YouTube. Please go ahead and view it there and share it from there as well. We appreciate all the efforts from all the patriots. We need to get the word out. We need to get the word out of this travesty, and we need to get these prisoners out.
We need a spotlight on this situation in Washington, D.C. The Oklahoma Attorney General posted today and said he has complied and released all of his prisoners that were involved in J6. Altogether, there were about 1,500 in total in various places. And allegedly, every other place has complied except for the jail in Washington, D.C., and one judge who is in Fresno, who is trying to bend the rules and recharge someone who would have been completely exonerated and cleared from President Trump's executive order. And now this judge in Fresno is allegedly trying to make the prisoner come back in and self-surrender and serve time again under some peripheral charge off of this that would be a loophole. But we need the judge and the warden and the authorities to cooperate, and we need to put the world's eyes on this.
That's right.
Because these people are suffering.
Yes, this has been our #1 priority. I mean, we had other projects, so many videos that we were processing, but once we heard that these prisoners, President Trump had signed the executive order, we rushed over to the jail immediately. And this was our priority. We've been working on this project all morning, and we're hoping that you guys can see fit to help spread the word.
If any of you know Katter, James Woods, Roseanne Barr, your congressman, anybody that you can think of that you could send this little 59-second video of Jake Lang and forward it to them and say, can you please help? Can you please raise your voice? Can you please lend energy to this cause? We would appreciate. Where are you all watching from right now? If any of you could let us know where you're watching from right now, we would really appreciate it, just to get a feel for.
Well, so thank you, Selena. She said she's subscribed and she's going to do it right now. Willoughby, it's the same thing. Philip, hello, Philip. We appreciate everybody signing in, everybody chiming in. We appreciate that. Any help that you can give us to spread the word, it would be tremendous. Deborah, Vance, Tom Vance.
Awesome. You know the MSN is not going to put a spotlight on this, and so that's why it's up to we the people. We need to fight for what's right in a peaceful way. And that's why we're asking you to do what you can.
Right.
Say prayers, forward the video.
On board. Yes, we need your prayers. We need unity in this matter.
So Johnny Pollock was released last night. We did an interview with him, which we will be uploading, but his sister is still locked up, and she is one of the people they are refusing to let go. And we said, dang, where's Moses when we need him with his staff to come in and say, let my people go? But right now we need you. You're our people, and anything we can do to share this video from Jake Lang. Again, it's a little 59-second video. It's on YouTube and X. If you go to my X account, Valley Dawn Hart, H-A-R-T, or you go to Leonard Bacani, or you go to Linda Forsyth, then you'll see the video there, and anyone you can tag in it, any way you can spread. We need to...
Willow Beast, right. Tag your senators, tag your congressmen, tag, she says, tag Tucker Carlson. Yes. Anybody that you can tag, anybody that you have contact with.
Let's be a tag team, you guys.
Right.
And let's see if we can get some momentum going, get some of this trending, and get these people back in the arms of their families. Their families have been standing out here in the snow with us for several days now, just not willing to leave and just waiting to hug their loved ones.
Right. This is a travesty. They've been away for so long, 4 years. Some of them haven't even been charged. What happened to our speedy trial, constitutional right?
And I was a little frozen last night, like seriously in pain. So we ducked into Duffy's pub, and I saw one of the J6 prisoners who had been released come in, and he just wanted to warm up and get a plate of food, anything, and they would not let him in because he didn't have a legal ID, and he still had his prison shoes, his cloth prison shoes on. And after 4 years, all he wanted to do was eat and just feel the freedom of concrete under his feet, and they would not let him in. And they would not even let him have a cup of tea or anything. What is happening to these Americans is heartbreaking, and we need your help, and we appreciate you.
Right. Well, thank you very much for sticking with us. We need to get inside. We're freezing. As you can tell, my hands are shaking. So thank you, Patriots. Hang in there with us.
There's
get the word out.
Numbers.
That's
there
right.
Absolutely is.
We got to do this for them. Thanks for watching, and we'll do another video tonight.
And God bless America, and God bless these prisoners. Let's do what we can to get them home. Thanks, everybody.